Howdy, folks. R.W. Murphy reporting from the front, vis-a-vis my condo work area. Just a status report, I guess. I've been slogging away on my most recent book, which I actually finished writing several months ago, but the editing has just taken a long time. Uh, it's 700 pages long. I'm in the midst of my fourth pass on editing. What I do is I take the errors and changes that I want to address. I put them into a PDF file because primarily the PDF file is just easy to annotate. I've got the full Adobe suite, not just the reader, and it allows me to put all sorts of notes and various other things into the document. The unfortunate thing is that when all that's done, I've got to go back to the master manuscript, which is in a Word format, and then enter all those changes manually. And I don't know exactly how many changes I've got in the PDF file, but I'm thinking it's probably about 1,000. And of those, I've entered about a little less than half as of today. For the last 2 months, I've been telling folks the book's coming, it's going to be this month. Unfortunately, the process is just slow. I start mid morning after doing a couple of crossword puzzles, and I work till probably 6 o'clock in the evening. Most nights, a little time off during the day for lunch and whatever. But I'm only knocking out about 10 pages a day. That means that if I've got 300 more pages to go, that I've got at least another month. So chances are that the book won't actually be published until May. I'm a little disappointed because I actually have ideas in mind for the next volume, and I've actually put some notes together and put together a very sketchy outline of where I want to go with it. But I know better than to try to do two things at one time. I've got to get the one I'm working on now finished before spending any time on that. Either that or neither of them will be done in a timely fashion. Something I obviously don't want to see happen. As you can tell from my chin whiskers and my lack of formal clothing, I've gone a little native here in the last few months. I have both my Pfizer vaccinations complete. I got my first shot in February, and then my second shot on St. Patrick's Day in March. And so I'm pretty well taken care of in that regard. However, I'm pretty wary about the whole thing, and I'm spending as little time on public as I possibly can. I make a trip to Publix for groceries about once a week, and a couple of other places that are must type trips for me. But in general, I've become pretty much a hermit vis-a-vis my informal look. So anyway, that's just kind of an update of what old Murph is doing. I'm staying busy. I turned 70 a few weeks ago, and my health is actually pretty good. I think the docs down at the Bay Pines VA Center haven't identified anything new the last few times I've seen them. So overall, I think I'm doing pretty well. You could probably tell that my voice has a little bit of a change to it, but that's only because I sit here hour after hour after hour and I don't talk to anybody. Then when it finally comes time to actually chat with somebody, my throat is all full of junk, and I've got to clear it, and it takes a while to get my voice back to where it should be. So, but the bottom line is that I was diagnosed with the cancer 4 years ago last month. Uh, since then, all my scans have been clean following my radiation treatment, and I really can't complain. My brother Johnny sent me an email this morning. Uh, we have a I can't call him a really close friend, but he's been a friend for years and years out in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, where Johnny has a condo out there, and he's allowed me to use it multiple times to go skiing. And one of the best small boutique high class restaurants there is called Cafe Diva, and their lead server was a guy by the name of Daryl, and Daryl started out keeping track of Johnny and I and the various people associated with us on 3x5 cards. Then he transitioned to some kind of electronic media. But every time Johnny goes in there or I go in there, Daryl asks us about our whole family. He's just been that kind of guy over the years. It's a professional thing, or it has been a professional thing with him, to ingratiate himself with his customers. But he has been just a really good man. Besides that, unfortunately, he had a heart attack just a couple of days ago, and he's no longer with us. 59 years old and cashed out. So it's obviously something that if you can hit 70 like I have, you ought to count your blessings. Another close friend of mine, a former roommate of mine when I was at Ole Miss, and a man who was an attorney for a long time in Jackson, Mississippi. He, I think, had turned 71, but he cashed out too just a few weeks ago. Some kind of pulmonary event. I'm not quite sure of the entire diagnosis, but I heard from mutual friends that he had liquid in his lungs that they couldn't, the doctors could not properly address, and he eventually died. The speculation is amongst my friends is congenital heart failure, but I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that it was some kind of COVID-related condition. It happened real fast. He went into the hospital, I think, on a Friday, and by Sunday, I think he was gone. So again, another young man who I'd prefer to see still walking the planet. He's not. So the bottom line is that we should just thank our stars for every day that we have, and keep close to our loved ones and do good things for people. That's my philosophy. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up.